Place. I just come in and
Sorry, rose plate, thanks.
and we're going to do some myofascial exams. So I'm going to pick up as much of her traps underneath that I can, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to gradually let my hand just pull up. So just hanging like this. And I'm just going to start to just. More behind the head. So sometimes you don't have to go fast. How I've got a good grasp on it, but I'm actually just letting the tissue bring me up. When you're doing it, you'll actually feel it. You'll feel the tissue will actually just pull your hands. If I was actually doing it, I'd actually be moving my hands this way. Or is it just slides for you? Okay, so we're going to work on all those lovely muscles here. We've got the masseter. Okay, so the masseter through here. Do you have a problem with the jaw?
Not really.
No? Does it kick or does it?
This side hurts sometimes, but nothing really serious.
So I want to show you something. When you do, if you've got people who have got really tight, they're really tight in the neck, really forward head, if you do the work in their masseter, buccinator, temporalis, what happens is it usually releases their neck. So you can do extra work with them, yeah? Do you guys, oh sorry. Do you guys want to come back that way a little bit, or you're right there with that? Okay, so we're just going to work just really slowly. I always work both sides, I just find it's easier, quicker. So what you can do now is, can I get you now to you? So all that does is just provide me a little bit of resistance and I don't have to work too hard. So she's a bit tighter on this side, so I'd actually come in and do some really specific working through that right side there. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot worse, isn't it? So whoever gets you to do this later for you, then we've got, we're going to go up into temporalis, so we're going to come up through the side of the head through here. Now, what's really nice is, can you feel the suture bones? Can you feel your suture bones in your head? Right. The reason why I want to have her hair looser is because I want to get my hands in underneath her hair, because I just find it's just nicer to work under the hair. Because sometimes you actually pull it if you don't. And that's really nice scrunching of the hair and stuff like that as well. That's really nice. Now, we're going to get in through here and outside. Definitely feels a lot tighter than the left side. So, what you're looking for is, you know in your head you've got those bristly bits. You'll find some bits are bristlier than others. Yeah? And this here feels really tight. And that side through here. So through there. What's happening? Oh, what? Now, this is nice too. This is nice to do at the end of your massages for people, but don't forget how mean you'll be to them in your massage. Also, we can do frontal. What we're going to try and do now is we're just going to try and just do some fascial work, or it's actually craniosacral work, but it's still fascial work. What we're going to try and do, again, because people get headaches and whatever, they get tied up through the top of their heads, and you'll be surprised what you find when you do this, yeah? What we're going to do is here, we're just going to work it. She's tied from sort of mid-Florida. You haven't even done anyone's forehead? No. And I'm doing this because I want to just keep a little bit of the pressure on. And then you can do it from the sides too. You can actually drag it through from the sides, but actually she's here. This is where she's tied there. Now, the nasal septum. I'm not going to go up her nose. If you ever did this for somebody, if someone comes in with TMJ, you can actually do, when you should tell you how you can do it with your hand in their mouth. You teach people's mouth, or teach them how to do it so they use their own finger again on opposite side in their mouth. Right? And you actually can get right up inside your jaw, up through here, and it feels amazing, right? And same with, if someone's actually got TMJ, a lot of times people with really bad sinuses, you actually get up and you work inside the sinuses. I won't do that for people. I'll teach them how to do it, show them how to do it, but I won't do it on them. But if you were ever going to do it, make sure you've got gloves on, right? Same as if you go in their mouth, that you're going to, what was that? Of course, yeah. And they're not going to bite you when you get in there if it hurts them a bit, all right? But with the nasal septum, all I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to work through the top of her nose and do exactly that same myofascial type work that I just did then. And we're going to just actually work it up this way. Get really weird, but it feels.
What are you pulling up?
I'm actually pulling up. I'm not pinching hard. But I'm just pulling, and actually I'm not pulling, the tissue's actually pulling me up, yeah? And you can do the same thing through here, so you're going to be really gentle, but you've got good pressure, where you're going to work down the side of the nose. How does that feel? Do you get sinuses? Let's check it out. If you want it, does anybody traction suboccipitals? So you do? All right. Do you traction the person in this position?
Yeah.
You do? All right. Before I actually do a little bit of releasing, let me show you this. If I'm going to traction her, and again, I'm going to do that, so I just throw it to somebody, thanks. Okay. If I'm going to traction her, that's my traction, yeah? Now I'm going to traction her again. See how much more length I've just gotten out of that because she's bent the knees. It's interesting, isn't it? So when you ever traction anybody's neck, get them to do it with their knees bent because you just get a better release out of it, yeah? Now, I'm going to work right up underneath her suboccipitals. Oh, that's a bit nasty, isn't it? Okay. Now, if somebody comes into you with a headache, don't do this. She may exacerbate the headache. Really? come right up into, you know how you've got the curve up in your occiput and you've got that nice little dent in it? What we're going to do is we're going to actually drop into that. So I'm going to get both of my fingers, one in front of the other one. And I'm just going to, see how I've just actually pushed her head up a little bit, so I'm going to getting her to drop in a little bit more for me. So hopefully what will happen is she'll actually drop down into that.
How are you holding it?
Okay, come have a look. Okay, I'll show you here.
Just one side at a time.
No, I'm right in groove, right in the middle. So just say I was sitting here and just say this is the groove here.
Yep.
I've got my finger sitting right in that groove there like that, with the other one just here in front of it. And then what I'm doing is I'm actually putting the pressure. Okay, so and I'm not making her do this. What I'm doing is I'm actually just see how I've just lifted her head a little bit. And now I'm going to actually allow her to just now sink back into my hand, into my finger. And her head, you can't see it, but her head's just dropped right down onto my finger. How does it feel? Okay. I'm going to actually just draw up into her head. I'm going to sit right around the occiput, and I'm going to try and get her head to drop down on my fingers. I actually, again, I just get that tiny little tilt on it so I can get underneath a little bit more, and then I can do it. And she just can sink there because she just got a little bit more space to do it. Let's do that traction again. When you traction too, make sure you're hanging on to them. Don't hold, rather than holding it here, hold them here. Have you done this one with you here? I have. Professional, what are you doing? Your massage, you should be all going